So as you guys know, I love my retro handhelds and the Game Boy Color is one of my favourite, but it's got a massive issue. So in this video, we're going to fix that. So without further delay, let's dive in. So most of you will know that the Game Boy Color doesn't have a backlight on the screen. I remember as a kid playing hours and hours on the Game Boy Color and then trying to squint and move it so I could actually get the perfect viewing angle and the light would bounce just perfectly. And that was the issue that everyone had, not with just the Game Boy Color but the original Game Boy as well. And the solution of having some magnifying glass and lights hanging on the front just didn't really sell it for me. So in this video, we're upgrading the screen. Now we are going to have to change the shell as well, but to keep it original, I've kind of gone for near enough the same color. It's kind of like a smoked light atomic purple. Now if you Google replacement screen for the Game Boy Color, you're going to get bombarded with different manufacturers making IPS screens, LCD screens, and then laminated screens on top of that. There's so much to look into and research to do, but I'm going to save you all that time because the best screen that you can get for your Game Boy Color is an OLED screen. Now we've all seen OLED screens in the Steam Deck and of course the Nintendo Switch OLED, and those screens are so impressive with bright vibrant colours and then the deep dark blacks. So it was a no-brainer for me to get an OLED screen for my Game Boy Color, so that's exactly what I did. Now there's a link in the description below so you can grab one yourself. It's to AliExpress. It's not an affiliate link. There's no kickback on me. And they're not sponsoring this video or anything. So I just wanted to let you guys have the opportunity of buying from the same seller that I bought from because I never had any issues whatsoever. So here it is, my Game Boy Color, and this is completely standard. It's not had any modifications whatsoever, and it's in that really cool smoked atomic purple. So this is what I bought. I bought a new shell for it, and it's as close as I could get to the original. Now it does come with loads of extras. As you've seen, it has a sticker to put on the back. We've got the front and rear shell. It includes the battery cover as well, so that's really cool. The next thing we have, of course, is the OLED screen. Now the OLED screens for the Game Boy Color are really delicate, so you need to be really careful when you're fitting it and don't put too much pressure on it. So as you can see, here is the screen itself. It's got a little circuit board on the back, but then we have this other circuit board and ribbon cable. Now we're not going to go into too much detail on how to actually install everything, but it's simple as take it all apart. You fit the new screen to the new shell, then there's just one wire that you need to solder in. It goes from the OLED screen controller board to the power switch on the Game Boy Color. Now, there's not many screws to the Game Boy Color, and it is relatively simple to take apart and put back together. I know you see me using a microscope there, but you really don't need to use one. Now, as you can see, I've turned the Game Boy on. And if you touch and hold the screen, it brings up a touchscreen menu. Now, there's a big problem with this. As you can see, I'm trying to adjust the brightness, but it's just not having any of it. It's really hard to sort of get the exact point to make those changes. It's really annoying. You can see me swiping up loads here as well, just to scroll through the menu. It just doesn't recognize 80% of your touch inputs. Now, one of the cool things about this is where it says Game Boy Color, it lights up because the OLED screen goes further than the borders. So as you see, I'm just trying to change the color of it, and I'm tapping on it, and it's just not having none of it. It's a right pain. It will take you a while. As you see, it's going through some of the colors now, but I guess it's one of those things that just change it and then leave it. Wow. All I can say really is wow. I'm lost for words. The screen looks amazing. It's so crisp and clear and bright. The colours really pop and the blacks are so deep and dark. This is the best upgrade that you can do to your Game Boy Color. If you're only going to do one thing to it, get an OLED screen. You will not regret it. As I said, I've put a link in the description below so you can buy one for yourself. It's not that difficult to do. It's not really that fiddly either. And there's only one wire to solder, and that was easy as well. Now, one gripe I do have about this screen, it's only a tiny little gripe, and that's the touch screen. Now, it was really cool to have that touch screen to adjust the brightness, and of course where it says Game Boy Color, it lights up different colors. That's really cool, but the touch screen is terrible. As you've seen earlier on in the video, I was trying to turn the brightness up, trying to change the color of where it says Game Boy Color at the bottom, and it's such a pain to try and push in the exact right position. Absolute nightmare, absolute pain, especially if you're playing it in the daytime and then you want to play it in bed and you want to turn the brightness right down so you don't distract your partner and keep her awake. It is actually something that I really hope that they change going forward. Maybe with an update they could make it full screen so it's a lot easier to change the settings. So I think I'm going to end the video here. But if you enjoy my content, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and then give that bell a little tinkle so you don't miss any future uploads. I'm JP, you've been watching Alien Gaming, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.
Hi YouTube viewers, if you enjoy JP's content, don't forget to like, subscribe and give that bell a little tickle so you don't miss any future uploads. Thank you. Thank you. Tickle. Thank you. Hi YouTube viewers. Hi YouTube viewers. Tickle, subscribe, content. If you enjoy JP's content, tickle, subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. Tickle, content. Hi YouTube viewers, don't forget to tickle, like, subscribe. Thank you. Thank you. Tickle so you don't miss any future uploads. Thank you.